Hi, neighbors, and welcome back to The Bards Tale.
Featuring Bards!
Featuring Bards.
So loud.
That was loud. I don't like it. LaTia, what happened last time on The Bards Tale featuring Bards?
Last time on the Bard's Tale featuring Bards, we dealt with the aftermath of having been beaten to the Gnolls by Bother Grachin and the Bothersome Five.
Ooh, that's good. See what you did there. That's real good.
Yeah. And we decided that we already knew we didn't like Bother. So we went to go make sure that he actually did what he said he did. But while we were deciding whether or not to do that without the rest of our party decided to go visit Sky's parents. And that went well.
Did it? Would you say we
Actually, we
featured
have
a
no
bard?
idea.
It was our first Bard feature. Anyway.
What?
I don't get it.
I get it. Don't worry.
It's not good, but it's there.
Yeah, right.
I don't get it.
We'll workshop it.
We'll get there.
That went about as well as it could have hoped, I suppose. And then they came back, and then we decided that we were going to go see about the Gnoll situation. And we met Uncle, who takes off the Gnoll sign, and we gave him 1 gold and 1 silver.
I gave him 1 gold.
You gave him
He
1 gold and 1
ticks
silver.
off as in he makes tick marks on the Gnoll sign, not he
Makes it
aggravates
angry.
the Gnoll sign.
Yeah, and
although-
he might, I don't know. And he's, beating us all at rat tails. We're on our way to find some Gnolls, baby.
Cool. Is there anything you guys want to do before you take the 1-day expedition to the Gnoll
Follow the bendy grass path.
warren?
Follow the
No,
bendy
not
grass
really.
path. Follow.
Does anybody have any sort of healing potions or special unlockable items in town?
Oh, I'm like,
Yeah.
'cause I've got the healing potions. I have them.
I have one of those.
Special unlockable
Yeah,
items?
you have one now.
I've got the healers and the
in
right here.
in Tomb Raider, where you go into people's houses and you just look in their toolboxes and stuff.
Oh, and steal from them.
That's
No.
Are
stealing.
there any clay pots nearby that we can find human hearts inside?
Yeah.
There's no bushes full of rupees either.
What if we decided to bring along an annoying blue fairy?
I think you already have.
Oh!
Sick
I'm not
bird.
sure if you're
I'm
hallucinating
blue.
him or not, though.
He's the
Um,
fairy.
I don't actually think Link takes a blue fairy with him. I think he's hallucinating the whole time. Because no one else ever interacts with that fairy. Check it out. It's true.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It's just some dumb kid running around the neighborhood breaking pots and cutting people's bushes down with a long sword.
Whoa, easy. Dumb.
He only knows how to say ha.
Listen. Just what he's got.
Don't.
He's
Stop.
dumb. He's dumb.
Nope.
He's dumb.
Look,
An affliction.
Nope.
He's dumb.
we're moving on.
Okay.
I don't want to get web picketed. No.
So we're walking.
And we're
Through the-
walking.
And we're
Sure.
walking.
And we're walking.
On your left, you'll see a stately oak. On your right, lava. I don't know.
There's no lava.
Aw.
There are many oaks, though.
Are you actually
could be
pointing
described as
out
stately.
trees?
Sure.
Are you doing a
I like
good
oaks.
job?
That means
Can I
acorns.
roll to see if he's doing a good job?
Yeah.
What would I roll?
Nature.
What, do I oppose?
Nature.
No.
All right.
I got an 11.
He seems to know.
No.
He seems
13. I don't know how to do
surprisingly comfortable with the flora and fauna of this island.
that. As he's pointing it out,
There's
I
a tree.
take out my notebook
There's a
and
tree.
make notes.
There's a tree. You do realize I'm literally just walking down a path going, there's a tree.
Well,
There's
you
a
were
tree.
you were being specific.
There's a
You were
tree.
like
Yeah.
oak trees.
There's a
Stately
tree.
oak is pretty
Stately
specific.
oak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
And I'll
all
be like,
stately oaks,
you
even if they're
only-
not.
That
I
is a
only
nice
know one
tree.
type of tree.
Surprisingly, he's getting all the trees right.
All right.
There are even trees here you don't recognize. You're not from here. You're from the ocean, so there's
Okay.
like
Trees are new
kelp,
to you.
but
I read.
it's true.
I'm taking notes.
Okay.
About the trees?
Yes.
Why not?
All right.
I'm a lore bard. I want to know stuff.
You also see.
You don't get to decide what is and isn't lore.
You're not
Yeah.
wrong.
I do.
You
I'm
also
the lore bard.
She's the lore bard. That's true. You also see quite a bit of pretty translucent stone-looking stuff.
Oh.
Is it that explodey stone?
It's absolutely that exploding glass.
I was gonna say it's
Lightning
So don't
totally
step on it.
glass.
Or hit it
Absolutely
with stuff.
fulgurate.
fulgurite.
It's fulgurite. Yeah, it's potent fulgurite. Yeah.
Cool.
Nothing.
It's lightning in a bottle.
No, it's lightning in a crystalline structure.
Ah.
Come on in, let me out.
Stop it.
You can let it out if you go hit it with a sword.
No.
Give it a try.
I could.
Yeah.
No.
Don't.
Okay.
Hard as you can.
Not even that hard.
Find the biggest one.
But we know how to harvest it, right?
No.
No.
That's
You
we asked.
have
we asked about
you
it.
have a analytic knowledge
Okay.
of the appropriate way to harvest
We have wisdom.
lightning
not
glass.
Okay.
However, you have not successfully harvested lightning glass.
Ever.
We know about salsa, not the fruit salad. I get it.
Don't worry about it.
You know salsa is delicious, but you don't know how to cut things up real small.
Sure.
Yeah. Um,
Let's.
Fantastic analogy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
What
you
is the
guys,
taste of fulgurite?
only one
Ozone.
way to find out.
Is there?
Please don't lick the fulgurite.
Lick it.
So tempted to lick the fulgurite.
I got
Just
a
a
healing
little
word
one.
and a potion if you lick it. I will bring you
Oh.
back. Just do it. I want you to come back knowing what magic tastes like.
Fulgurs.
Don't you want to know what
Classic
magic tastes
blend.
like?
And dear, I'm really uncomfortable with this line of questioning.
Even Joe's
Listen,
is
I'll
like
taste
that.
it when we get back, sweetie.
You guys get to lunchtime. There's a pretty clear path. You want to break for lunch, or you want to just march on through?
Let's eat. I hand out rations.
You want
I'll
to eat
eat.
and walk?
Unration.
I'll eat an
Hey,
MRE.
thank you, Lotus.
I will, but I will also keep a lookout as we do so.
Sure. Roll a perception check.
Mm.
12.
There's nothing there.
Can I use
mean,
my
there's
passive
forest.
perception of 13?
No, because you actively made a perception. You actively
I-
took a lookout.
No.
However, you don't spot any. What are you looking for? There's not like marauders.
I'm
There's a
looking
forest.
For gnolls.
You don't see gnolls. You
I'm
see
looking
some
for
like
anything like if we're in like a bunch of tall grass, if there's like a section of grass going.
She's looking for Weedles, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
She's out there
No.
trying to get poked.
Looking for boogans.
you've made it to like forest, so you're not in like tall
Ah.
grass anymore.
Okay.
You're in the woods.
Okay.
But
I don't see anybody going like
Is
from
that a
tree to
monster
tree.
of some kind?
No.
Okay.
you see like you think you spotted a couple of deer.
Ooh.
Well, a couple of quadrupedal
Deer-like
mammals.
Nice.
You can call them deer if you want to, Brian. You've been creative enough today. You don't have to make up everything in the world.
You don't recognize them as deer.
Could just be.
You see a couple of deer. You see a couple of quadrupedal mammals.
Oh, I get it.
Oh, I get it.
And they
Wait
kind
for
of
you
go
to
off
catch on.
Gotcha.
that way.
So now that there's no more bendy grass to follow.
Oh, there's still a well-worn trail though.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, like 5 people in heavy are in various forms of armor with like gear sleds and everything else traveled through here. So, and there's trails from where you're headed to camp that are like large dog print, like
Hooves.
large-sized dog print,
Dog hooves.
dog hooves.
Them
You
dog
know what?
hooves.
Fine, they're dog hooves. Fine,
Gnoll nests and dog hooves.
Gnoll nests and dog hooves. And we have just named the episode.
Well, this is a
Gnoll
nice
nests and dog
lunch.
hooves.
I'm glad we went here. Look at all these beautiful trees.
All these stately oaks.
All these stately oaks.
I don't know if any of them aren't oaks. I'm just calling them all stately oaks.
Surprisingly, they're all oaks.
I've
Some
been-
red oaks, some white oaks. Some
This is
My
the
track
some
perfect,
record
black
is
oak
so
is a
good,
thing.
I don't even know it.
the
It is
perfect
now.
forest for hogs.
in the glass shores. There are black oaks. Stop it.
I'm not doing anything.
Okay.
Leave me alone.
We're both sick and bound to make gross sounds. It's not always us being
It's not even
annoying.
just sick. Allergies are a bitch this year.
It's
Yeah.
true.
I get sick every time we make a new episode.
The news
because
tells me
there's no God.
It's almost like you're allergic to production.
Shots fired.
Can we?
She's allergic
Not
to
really.
productivity.
I'm just,
I was
I'm just
gonna
correlating
there.
two things.
Anyway, Lunch is over. You guys keep going.
Yeah.
Forward.
You get the sun goes down. Kind of goes up into a hill, and somebody roll a nature check.
All right.
No, the sun goes
I've
down.
been
the
so
trail
good
goes
at
up.
it lately.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, nature.
I rolled an 18.
Sure.
I got it.
Nope.
You
I
are
rolled a
estimating.
Jesus.
You are
I
super
rolled a nat
estimating
20.
that there is like the trail goes up into a hill, and you expect that there's like a knoll there, not like an animal knoll,
Like a
but
tree
like
knoll?
Oh,
a KNOLL instead of a
knoll.
GNOLL.
let's not make a mountain out of this Gnoll hill.
But
Oh.
that's the name of the episode. Mountains out of Gnoll hills.
Maybe.
Assuming we find Knolls.
No, we did find a Gnoll.
In my journal,
mean,
I correct my spellings.
the word of God
Fine.
told you.
I mean, you get the idea that if someone was going to make a camp, this would be a place to do it, and you have been traveling for a day.
Let's do it.
Let's
All
camp.
right. Camp times.
I'll grab my.
No,
tent.
no. I mean, looking up to where the knoll is,
Oh, we
You
should camp on the
recognize-
Gnoll.
Oh.
that would be a good place for, let's say, a marauding group of beasts
Yeah.
to make a camp,
Okay.
Oh,
and that,
It's empty.
well, you don't know.
Oh, all right.
You haven't
let's climb the
crested
Gnoll.
hill.
To the
Let's
Knoll.
do
The
it.
question is, do you want to
Quietly.
like go up in the dark, or do you want to wait till morning?
Oh,
Let's go look quietly.
Would one assume that they've already seen us at this point?
if they were
We're not-
there.
we're
I
not
have no
being
idea.
particularly
One
stealthy.
would not
Not
assume
assume.
anything.
One does not
Um,
simply assume into Mordor.
I would let you assume if you were, say, a battle master fighter, whose job it was to know tactics, but you're not.
Is there a pathway up there, or is it like a climb up to this thing?
No, like the
It just
path
slopes
goes
up. It
to
just slopes
the.
up.
To the
Okay.
Gnoll.
Oh, so the Trumpy,
The Trumpy.
The Trumpy Trump.
Okay.
where they've trumped, where they've traped,
Where
leads-
they've,
Trump.
leads
where they
up to
tramped,
they've trumped.
right?
Trumped?
Where they have trumped,
My head hurts.
where they once troped, trumped.
Basic
Where they came from.
adventuring
Sure.
concepts.
That the path leads up to the Knoll, so like, the bothersome five have already trampled this area.
Come and gone, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
We should probably just like
And it's what time?
fucking go.
I mean,
No,
either
it's
way it
nighttime.
goes, we should camp.
I mean, I
here
was
and-
going to say I can stealth my way up there and check it out and come back.
Okay, so we'll make camp and you do the stealth.
I'll go
Stealthy
too.
stealth.
Yeah.
They both do the stealthy stealth.
Hold Sebastian for me.
Can you hold
What?
on, hold on,
Wait,
hold
is
on.
Sebastian
Hold
with
on.
us?
Hold
You
on.
didn't declare Sebastian was with you.
I'm going to implore you to stay here. Because if our battle with, I think they were goblins, is any indication,
Oh Jesus.
when you stealth kind of loud. I'll be right
So
back.
I'm not gonna follow him, but I am gonna like try to hide in whatever
Roll stealth check.
obscurity
I
is
20.
around.
Yeah. Same.
So I'm stealthing my way up. Not
So you-
making any noise, being quiet.
Right, well, you're sure you're not making any noise. Whether you are or not is up to the other rolls.
It's true.
So you make your way kind of like you're going to go off the path because that seems like the obvious place to approach this knoll from. So you go through like a copse of trees. Look at me knowing words.
Ooh.
And you head up to where the ridge crests. Roll a perception check.
There's too many Knolls in this episode.
17.
You see a sight.
Like SATE or SAGHT?
Both.
Both.
Oh,
We're
alright.
exploring the full depth of the English language today.
A sight
Learning
of
is
a sight.
caring.
I hate my life.
You see no less than 6 gnolls hanging from trees.
Jesus.
Okay.
Ugh.
You see 2 that have been essentially crucified.
All right.
That's 15.
And you see a lot of like viscera on the ground.
That might be 17.
I was going to say, I think that's 17. Because that's 8 here, and they said they came in with 11. So that's...
You would guess based off the heads that are there, there's probably no less than 35
dead
that
gnolls.
have been dealt with one way or the other. In addition, You see a pile of ashes that looks
Jeepers
like it
creepers.
was several tents. And are you gonna keep spying from
Yeah,
the tree line,
I'm-
or are you gonna go into camp?
No, I'm gonna like make kind of a around the perimeter where I can
Sure,
still maintain
that's what
cover.
my expectation was. So that's what you see from like keeping a distance.
Okay. I'll stealth my way back down. It's a horror show up there. 6 gnolls hanging from trees, 2 of them crucified, a whole bunch of blood, guts, gore, etc. What looks to be the charred remains of whatever their tents were. I get the impression from the dead ones up there, plus all the heads, 30 plus dead gnolls. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say they probably got them all. If they went so far as to hang and crucify them.
What?
Do you-
That's horrific.
Okay, I wasn't sure if
Thank you.
sea
That's
people knew that.
torture.
It is.
Yep. But I can tell you the people here aren't going to care because their no problem's been dealt with.
No problem.
So I think we can rest
And-
here for the night and go home. I don't think there's
What
any
of the little Gnoll children?
Did I see any Gnoll babies?
Not from the perimeter, no.
There were no.
I didn't venture into the site. I just went around the perimeter. If there were babies, they did.
Did we ask, are gnolls like a problem on this island, or like are gnolls just like a species that lives here?
You're not sure.
We were told in the commission for whatever the bounty to come out here that they were raiding the logging camp. Like the gnolls were attacking.
Sure.
Batten is a new settlement.
So,
It's a
well,
colony.
it's new-ish. It's been around probably 6 years. This is the first time gnolls have attacked Batten, but that doesn't mean that there aren't. I mean, the extent to which the Glass Shores has been explored and colonized is very minimal.
Okay.
And so there's no reason not to assume that the Glass Shores are full of gnolls.
Skylark, growing up, did you run into these creatures at all?
You've never encountered gnolls before, no.
No.
It's not how you spell
So
exclamation.
in my estimation, unless you guys want to go dig through viscera, there's nothing up there.
No, I'd rather not.
I love a good
I-
viscera dig, but not
like-
today.
Kind of do. I
As,
want to see what's
you do
in
you.
the campsite.
as distasteful
Do you
as
want to
it
do
is.
it now, or do you want to wait until morning and do it in the morning?
I'd prefer to do it now.
All
There's no
right.
reason to wait until nightfall where things could come and.
It's already nightfall. He said it's night.
It dusk.
Fine then, let's just get it
wait.
over with.
And if anything comes for the remains of the camp in the night,
Sure.
we'll be right
If you
here.
can stand
We'll
watch and make
punch
sure
'em.
that nothing comes to the campsite while we investigate.
All right.
Who all's
I'm with
going?
you.
Okay.
No need to. Well,
Wait, are we waiting or?
no, we're not waiting.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
That seems silly.
Well, then I think we should all go and be together.
yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Go up, investigate, and some people stand on the perimeter of the campsite to remain watch.
Sure.
While
So
y'all
that-
dig through viscera.
You know.
Mathialeo made our executive decision.
Okay. I will watch, but I would also like to do a ritual casting of detect magic to see if there's any sort of leftover wooge in the area.
I'll wait for that.
Sure. Takes, 11 minutes as a ritual cast?
Mhm.
Because it's a 1 minute casting time. It's a range of 30 feet, so within 30 feet of you, you don't detect any magic.
Well, I would assume,
She was gonna go up and do
Yeah.
it in the site.
yeah,
Right. Well, it lasts 10 minutes. You
Yeah.
can get up there.
yeah,
I
So,
will stay
I
on the
can-
hill.
yeah. I'll do it in the site, around the site.
Sure.
Anything.
Is when we get to the location, I assume we're going up stealthily.
Yeah.
Hey, never assume in D&D.
What's up
Do
to
we
you.
cape our stealth
Right.
checks from before, or do you want new ones?
If you're moving stealthily again, I would prefer new checks.
Even for me, I never stopped moving stealthily.
Nasty.
Yeah, because you had a conversation. So.
I rolled a 15.
It's okay. Still 12.
19.
14.
15.
10.
Well, wait, who's staying back to keep watch?
Nobody is.
No.
You're
We're
just
all
standing
going
outside
up,
the
but we're
campsite.
yeah.
All right.
yeah.
Do the crucifixions look like human rituals, or does it look like?
It doesn't look like a ritual. It looks like a statement.
Sure, but like crucifixing as being the religious statement that they are.
So in the Christian faith, they're religious statements. Otherwise, it's just a way to display a dead body or a dying body.
Much like
You can roll
many
an
other
insight check
things that the
on
Christian
this
faith took majority control or response.
It's going to be a 10.
I mean, you get the idea that whoever did this
To make a statement.
to make a statement to any other people who came across this site.
It's still a little much.
So I'm curious about something. Why bother making a statement if they're all dead?
Because more could come.
From
Because
where?
because
I
it,
mean, more came here.
I don't know. More could come. They could come from another island. They could come from somewhere on this island. There could be a network of these little hidey knolls, and
Roll a history check.
Someone could have sent the Knolls here. Can I roll a history?
No, because it's his line of thought.
What the hell? Oh, sorry. It's going to be an 11.
So often, when pirates have secret pirate islands where they store their loot,
secret hidey.
they'll hang people nearby as a warning not to
Do that.
come to their private loot island. It seems to be similar to that. So they're not like on these pirate islands. They don't expect people to find their secret pirate treasure islands, but should it happen, it's there to be a message of retribution.
So wait, do we get the impression that this is a secret pirate treasure knoll?
No, I'm just linking information he knows to the current situation.
Okay, just making sure. I'm all about the treasure.
I want to search the rest of the camp. Like, are there any non-burnt tents or camp?
Roll an investigation.
Yeah, me too.
Jesus Christ, these rolls today. Investigation.
I'll go poking around too.
2.
16.
Okay.
You said a perception?
Investigation.
Investigation. 18.
Okay. So everything is either hung, burnt, or bloody, right? Tyler, the thing that you notice that no one else does is in the pile of ashes that used to be tents, you see smaller bodies that are in a position that look like they were tied up before the tent they were in was lit on fire.
Ugh.
Surprise.
Smaller implying children or
Yeah.
smaller? Okay.
Oh my
So
god.
tied the kids up, burnt the kids alive.
You say that?
No, I'm thinking that out loud.
Out loud.
Out loud, out of game.
You also see like full-size gnolls in the same situation.
Do I get the impression, or is there a role for, if we went to the governing body, or do I get the impression that anybody gives a shit that this happened? Other than maybe other gnolls?
It's tough to say. It's extreme. You get the impression that if you went back to town with this information, the common response would be like, well, that seems like a bit excessive, but they were raiding our town, and it's dealt with now. Like, it's a matter of preservation over, like, the moral imperative.
Aside from whatever is going on over there, I'm going to keep that to
Worry about it.
myself.
Okay.
No point in distressing anybody else with it.
I am
Do you
on
care
the
to share with the
hill.
rest of the class?
No.
Okay. So you three are investigating. You two are keeping watch?
Yeah.
Can you make perception checks, please?
You can't.
14.
Sure. So about 10 or 12 minutes in, you start to hear the sound of wolves,
Oh.
and then it gets louder, and then it gets further away. So your inclination is that you have failed in being stealthful enough that you have scared off whatever scavengers were coming.
Oh, neat.
Are there any
Whatever is
weapons here?
Yes, there are like very crude like battle axes, some spears.
Are any of the corpses wearing armor? Any of the ash piles wearing armor?
Ashy armor.
It looks like they were, but it was leather armor, and it went up with the
So
bodies.
there's really nothing to be recovered from this site.
Ashes, bones.
I'm not interested in either of those things.
Do I get the? Is there a way to know whether this was a marauding party of gnolls or
A happy family?
just like a village of gnolls?
Other than the trails that lead from this camp to Batten and the accounts of the people of Batten, no. But the people say that these are trails of marauders.
Can I search for any tracks leading away from this campsite besides the big one?
That was my next thought.
Sure, make a survival check. Or an investigation, I guess it would be.
Which one do you want?
Investigation.
16.
You see some older tracks. It's a lot of them, but they're very like subtle. It looks like they've been. They're old. They look like.
Are they gnoll tracks or are they
Yeah.
scavenger? Okay.
They're Gnoll tracks. It looks like it's maybe 2 weeks old, 3 weeks old, which kind of lines up with the timeline of the reports of the attacks.
I want to follow these in the morning. Actually, you know what? I don't know if I want to waste time.
And they're leading to the camp, not away from it.
Right. Are there no tracks leading away from camp?
None other than the ones that lead to Batten.
Okay.
I ask you what you're thinking.
I want to know if there are other installments, other warrens nearby.
And I want to know if something sent them here.
I'll take a little time to cut the bodies down off of the crucifix.
Yeah.
I don't think that's appropriate.
Mm-mm.
So we'll either burn or bury those, probably. Just
Yeah.
I assume there was a fire pit here.
Mhm.
I'm gonna start a small fire just so that we can like see what we're doing.
Sure.
No, I'm not just playing with corpses in the dark.
yeah, that's always fun.
No? Don't want to
That's a
hut
good
fin it
time.
up, huh?
No.
I mean, I'll generate some light with magic.
Wow. I
Whoa.
will also
I want the
generate
fire.
magical light.
Right.
But I feel like we should, like,
Fire is also about comfort.
maybe we
Good.
should spend some time burying these bodies.
Burying or burning?
Bury or burn.
Not beat a dead horse, you know.
So bury.
Yeah, bury.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. Bury.
How long do you want to spend doing that?
It's not gonna be deep graves,
Just one shallow grave?
Enough to keep the wolves out for a good couple hours. Yeah.
Okay.
How much time will it take to do a fairly respectful job of burying these gnolls?
All of them? 3
Ow.
days, 4 days.
Hours,
Oh,
and days.
jeez.
Yeah. There's like 30 of them here.
Should we do a burn instead?
Oh, were the crucified ones not burned?
No.
We may as well just burn them then.
Neither
Yeah.
were the hanged ones.
Yeah.
And I will make some sort of placard Are gnomes religious?
You
This
don't know.
feels like a lot for
What?
some gnolls.
You don't know.
We don't know.
Why
Roll
would
one
you
more
make a
investigation.
placard and what out of?
You know, I'm just gonna make them in my holy symbols.
8.
Yeah. I'll just take like, I don't know, a hunk of log.
Okay.
and Scratch some sort of
While they're doing this,
some
I'm
sort
going
of
like
holy
this.
message.
I'm casting prestidigitation to continuously light and snuff out a fire in my hands. I'm just doing this because I'm bored now.
Oh.
It just feels appropriate to mark a grave.
Okay.
How long does it take?
To make a thing,
A pyre and
an hour.
okay. Do we want to use the campsite,
No.
or okay? So we'll move away from the campsite. And
Yeah,
It's
I think that's
it's
best.
too. The smell on this site is. I can't sleep with that.
Right.
Sure, if you say so.
I'm juggling now. Juggling fire.
I can't believe that
You handle some.
everyone in town is celebrating this.
It's disturbing.
We'll follow the tracks for a little while to get away from camp, and then make camp.
Sure.
Yep.
You follow for about 2 hours, and you kind of lose the roll a survival check.
Ooh.
23.
Coming in hot.
23. Okay.
I only got a 16.
Well, I only take one survival check from the group, so.
So Tyler's.
You follow for about 3 or 4 hours, and then it just kind of gets. It looks like the tracks get old. You have a general like notion of a direction. From the few maps that you've seen, you get the idea that it probably leads to a coastline, but beyond that, you're not sure.
All right. So, camp here.
We do that.
We do that. I need to use the sleep.
Cast sleep.
No, please.
I'll help you, friend.
Okay.
Good night.
Excuse me.
Sleep for the night here then.
Yep, watches.
Who's on what watch?
I'll take last watch.
One.
Cool.
Who wants,
Can you see?
who wants to be with me?
I'll
There's
do
3,
that.
right?
So it's late enough that last watch will be after dawn.
Oh, okay.
So,
I'll be too.
so
Yeah.
Chris, you're first.
Do you have dark vision?
For
You don't
60.
really see
I'm the only one.
anything.
Okay.
Yeah. Second watch, you hear wolves again, but they sound like they're coming from back towards where the camp was.
They eat.
You don't really see much else, hear much else, and then third watch goes uneventfully, other than the sun comes up and it gets hot.
The fire moon.
It's a surprisingly hot day.
Cool. I changed into my sporty wear.
So you're not in your armor then?
No, I'm in my armor.
Okay, so you're not in your sporty wear then.
Your armor
Sporty
is
wear.
for sporty wear.
Sporty wear under her.
Yeah.
Um,
Have you seen my Jean Ha drawing?
That's true.
It's pretty sporty.
Cool.
Let's
It's
go
morning.
back to Baton.
Wait, are we going back to Baton or are we going to follow it out to the coast?
I'm really tempted.
I kind of want to follow it.
I want to go back
We're
to
all
Baton.
the way
trail.
here. Do we feel like we have a general idea of
I'm pushing
how
it.
long
I'm
it
gonna
will
go.
take to the coast?
But
I'm gonna keep pushing
why-
it in the same direction that the trail's been going.
Yep, I'm going to.
Let's keep this nature walk going.
No.
Yep.
So you guys travel for 6 or 7 hours. Roll a survival check.
Oops.
Just one.
16.
Sure. You travel for 6 or 7 hours. There starts to be a bigger breeze, so you're sure that you're getting closer to the shore.
I can smell
Iona can smell it.
Sure.
You see like more waterfowl, like like sea waterfowl rather than like ducks.
Wow.
That's how I
I'm
feel
sorry.
about
Some
Can you
Tell
say
Tell
that
me
one
how
more
you
time?
really feel about ducks.
ducks. You see sea pigeons instead of seagulls instead of regular regular owls,
pigeons?
regular pigeons.
What is your
just some
what is your fixation with pigeons?
He doesn't like seagulls, apparently.
They're filthy beasts.
Yeah. It's just so we see seagulls instead of bagels.
You look up just in time to see a seagull being eaten by a bloodhawk. That's kind of neat.
Nature.
nature.
You scary.
Damn nature.
So I mean, yeah, you're getting closer to the coast. You can go. You figure you're probably within an hour of the coastline.
No other warrens that we've seen. Nothing. No other civilizations of dogfolk.
Yeah, I mean, you lost the trail a while ago.
Sure.
You've just been headed kind of like due east at this point. So it's a little bit tough to like. You haven't spotted any warrens or any camps. There have been a few caves, but I mean, you're welcome to investigate them if you want.
Our trail may have run
But at
cold.
this point, we're just exploring the island to explore it.
You're bivouacking at this point
Yeah.
without anyone keeping notes for
I
mapping.
love bivouacking.
Like you're just wandering through the woods.
Would it take
Which
us
has never
an
gone poorly for
incredibly
anyone.
long time to take the coast back to
You
Batten?
literally have no idea. Like,
But there were maps.
I mean,
Batten is on a coast, though.
yeah, but it's on the
Wait,
Opposite.
western coast of this island.
do
and
we
you are
have a
approaching the
map,
eastern
or
coast.
No.
should we be making a map right now?
Oh,
Neither.
I start making a map.
Cool.
Okay.
Roll a
Nature?
general intelligence check.
What is it?
10.
It's a 10?
It's a 13.
Yeah.
I think cartographer's kit is a thing.
It is. Do you have a
She doesn't.
cartographer's kit? You draw like a circle
I got a 13. I think I do a little better
without
than
a cartographer's
circle.
kit. Like you're
I've
not
got-
a cartographer.
You draw like a circle, he says.
I've got
Oh, there's the map.
sealing wax
Yeah.
and
If she starts drawing a straight
you are
line,
you are not equipped to map things.
she starts drawing a straight line.
I
and
love
she
that.
starts
You know what?
walking.
Because you're not a cartographer, you drew this.
Yeah.
is it better than what we had before?
No,
Not
it's
really.
probably much worse.
Am I doing my goddamn
Batten.
best? Is anyone
knows
else
enough.
out here making a map? I don't think so.
Iona's like, I drew a map.
Just because you
I
made a
know
map
more.
doesn't mean you get a trophy.
Aw.
You did a bad job, and you should know that.
Bad camp.
Aw.
You need to put a couple frowny
You're
faces
gonna have
by
to,
the bad
yeah.
camp.
Brian's drawing a bad camp thing. There's a frowny face
So that's what you drew.
on the coast.
Thanks.
Okay, I like
Better,
that map.
it's a start.
I shuddered.
You have a
Fine.
general notion of direction. Yes.
I'm
Okay.
trying.
I don't want to know what it would have been if you had rolled under a 5.
You know what?
Hey,
I'll
who
get a
knows?
cartographer's kit.
Are you gonna get
And then
proficient
maybe I'll
with it too?
get off my dick. What?
Are you gonna get proficiency with it too and spend the 285 downtime days?
Maybe.
Okay.
Gaining
You can take a
proficiency-
feat for it.
Gaining proficiency
I
does
know.
not take 285 down days, does it?
It does for Brian.
Okay.
At this point, I'm pointing at you all.
That's a rule is written.
No, proficiencies are like 60.
At this point,
have to
I'm
look it up.
pointing at you all individually, and you hear my voice in your head say, "Let's go back to Batten. Let's go back to Batten. Let's go back to Batten. Let's go back to Batten."
Okay.
He wants to go back to Batten.
Maybe
Alright,
we could
fine.
take the long way around then.
No.
I feel like no matter what way we go now, it's the long way around. Great job.
Not necessarily.
Let's go.
There is decidedly a longer way. You're not sure which one it is, but
Exactly.
Yeah. Look at the map.
Excuse me.
Great job, guys. Let's go. Head on back.
Here we go back.
Son of a beach.
We spend the next day and a half going back to Batten.
You successfully get back to bed.
Yay!
day and a half.
Thank
We did
Christ.
it.
Okay.
You got lost a couple times, but
But the map helped.
no.
Let's go back to Commonwealth.
Is there anything else you guys want to
You
do
know,
in bed?
I marked the places.
I'm gonna burn
we
that
went.
map out of spite.
No.
Weird
Okay.
stuff. No, I'm ready to go back to Commonwealth.
To the boat.
Nothing else you guys want to do in Baton?
Is the rest of are the rest of the crew around? Like a Bother's crew?
Actually, I was gonna ask. By the time we get back, have they left?
It's been 4 days. They don't appear to be anywhere. You can ask around, but
We're real good at taking too long to do stuff.
We
I'll ask Uncle.
learned that Bother
What can
and
you
his
do?
friends are a bunch of friggin' wackos and love to torture. So maybe we shouldn't be so what do you call that? Flippant in dealing with them.
Excuse me, Uncle.
yes,
Did the people who saved the town leave?
yes.
Let's go.
Okay.
I give
I
him another
can't-
gold piece.
Go without
Ooh.
saying goodbye to my folks.
We'll do that.
Oh yeah.
Do that. I'll stay here with Uncle and we'll play Rat Tails.
Roll a d6.
Oh, you know I'm getting in on that.
4.
Oh, looks like
Six.
you're
Dang
staying
it.
too?
31 rat tails.
Boom!
Oh.
I will play.
Coming with us.
Hey, Uncle.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'll come with.
Yes.
You want to come back to the Commonwealth?
No.
All right.
It's fine. It's whatever. I didn't want you to come.
I don't need a father figure in my life.
Fine.
It's
I'm
whatever.
fine.
Would you want that one?
I don't know. He's real good at rat tails.
That
And
eccentric.
rat tails has become very important to me lately.
That eccentric former
You guys head to
mediocre,
your folks' place
adventurer.
Yeah, I'm going too, I guess.
on the south side of town, over the apparent hill.
All right.
Hey, Uncle.
Do they skip?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought we
They
were still
do. I do not.
Apparently, you skip. She doesn't.
Yeah, I'm skipping a little bit more like.
Oh.
Like begrudgingly, but
I
humoring
didn't
him.
get to win.
Well, I'll be looking rather somber when I arrive, but I'll tell them. Well, we went out to see if there were any gnolls in the area, and looks like Bother and his friends killed them all that we could see.
Well, that should keep our livestock safe, I suppose.
Were you also marauded by gnolls?
We lost a few pigs. Nobody lost as many as Shania there with her cow type things.
Or rocks.
Still,
And you haven't had any other attacks in the last few days here?
Well, not since Bother took care of them, no.
How often do these attacks occur?
It was close to daily. They'd come in and take 1 or 2 livestock at a time.
well, listen. I don't condone the taking of livestock. I also don't condone the taking of lives.
Or stock.
I think you better watch out for, I doubt that was the last that this town has seen of the Gnolls. So please take care of yourselves. Now,
If any more come, we'll send word.
was Sebastian of any use to you? Did you put him to work while I was gone?
Well, I didn't feel it was right to do so without talking to you about it first. He is your animal, and, well, no.
Okay.
He doesn't belong to me. He belongs to the
Well,
wind.
That's just as well. He's got a very unpleasant
Work
sea
ethic.
voyage ahead of him. I need to go back to my studies as a bard.
Now,
But I will be back to visit whenever I can.
Well, that'd be nice.
And I want to leave some money with you and Ma.
Oh,
to-
you don't have to do that.
Just to make sure you'll be all right until I
We'll
come
be
back.
okay.
No, I insist. Please.
Well, I suppose if you insist. It's
And
not
I-
necessary, though.
And I hand them a bag of 100 gold coins.
Holy shit.
Wow.
where'd you get that? I'm not there.
Well, this is
Luton. Rat tail's really
Right, he
paid off.
exchanged
This is
off
more
the
than-
rat tails.
thank you.
And I'll hug them if they will let me.
Your mother hugs you. Your father goes in for a firm handshake.
Sounds about right.
All right.
Mr. Schweinsteiger, if you encounter any other problems, send word for us, and we'll come back.
Well, sure. That sounds like it. Would be terrifying and then kind of nice.
He's not wrong.
Such is life.
Sounds like
Terrifying and then kind of nice. And from what I hear, terrifying again. We'll see.
Oh, we have. They go into cold storage. And your mother comes out. She says, "You can't leave without this." She hands you a bundle of like a half a pig. She says, "I won't let you leave without taking some with you. For your friends, at least."
Thank you.
I take the pig off of Skylark's hands and tie it to my bag and say,
trying to stuff it in your bag. It's like a big hamster, just like, thank you so much. That's
Little legs are just flopping
Back.
every which way.
you just hear like the,
It's like a butchered hog. It's not like a whole pig.
like
And like
half of the
I
end of
started
one
crying
pig.
again as I realized what my parents do for a living.
Just now come to your realization.
oops.
Oh boy.
Oops, all murder.
All piggies.
And then I cartwheel back to Batten.
Okay.
You can do
Dangly
that.
pig
Roll
on
an
my sack.
Roll an acrobatics check.
Oh my
I
god.
would very much like to see
Part of
you.
my class.
Very
Okay.
much like to see you cartwheeling over the hill
Just a
with
constant
pig.
wheel all the way back to
Then
Batten.
we'll get out of there before
Why
she
don't
can
we,
get any
why don't
more
we
sappy.
just strap you to the side of something? Jeez.
So your friends come back to town. You have the smell of salt about you. You're not really sure. Then you look at
Oh, I'm
Michael,
like, I have this.
and there's a quarter of a salted hog hanging from his belt.
and a crying Skylark.
A crying Skylark.
Oh, was
And
that
I'm
from
like, it
Skylark's parents?
smells delicious.
Was. Are you hungry? We need to get rid of it quickly before Skylark has an episode.
Why don't we just give it to the man at the post?
Where's he gonna cook it?
It's a salted ham. I'm from the ocean. How do you not know how that works?
She raises a good point.
Can you just stuff salted ham into your face? Like,
That's how jerky's
it's a
made.
curing
Grab the pork
process.
butt and
It's
just
not
sink
exactly,
teeth?
Sort of.
but
It's just cured meat. It's
yeah,
totally
it's
edible.
cured meat.
alright.
I've heard it's a nice
I
thing
go,
to do.
I go look for Uncle.
He's right
We're-
here.
We're with him.
He's at the side.
He's like,
I go
I'm-
look for Uncle. Hi. Hello.
He looks at you and goes, "Yeah, you should leave it with the nice man."
And I unhook it from my bag, and I.
His eyes go wide with glee.
It's a banner day for you, Uncle. Or days.
I mean, I could probably find use for that.
Uncle, it's yours. We don't care what you do with it.
right quick.
I'm gonna eat it.
I know. I'm just saying, like you
No
don't have to.
judgments, man.
You don't
Whatever.
have to be nice. Like you don't have to be like, I could find a good use for this meat.
Don't mock him to his face.
At least leave first.
Wait. I pull everybody in like a little circle. I feel like we should have a name. like for our group.
Is
Because
Uncle a part of the
I
huddle?
thought you were.
Uncle like dips in under and up, and he goes, "Names are a bit overrated. There's a lot of commitment when you name your group of adventurers."
I mean, we're pretty committed to this, I'd like to think.
Look, if you don't want the words and advice of a mediocre adventurer,
When we've proven ourselves to
Don't
be
listen to
poor
me.
adventurers.
Let's see. What name could we do, though?
I
Well,
think
we're all bards.
I
Oops,
think that
I'm-
Iona brought us into.
Can I?
And we all like to
I'm
play
pitching-
rat
I'm
tails.
pitching-
Can we have this conversation on the boat, people?
So maybe
On
we could just be
the
known
boat.
as the Bard's Tale.
No.
Oops,
No.
all bards.
So, Bards,
I'm heading to the boat.
if anybody asks you who brought you fortune on this day, you can say it was Iona Moore and her friends. Let's go.
Or you could say it was Skylark the Everfree and his friends.
Or Lotus and her friends.
Say it was some dick off the street for all I care. Enjoy the ham.
And then we go.
And you know what?
as you walk away,
Another gold piece.
ooh, it's been a profitable week for
You've
Uncle.
made an impression on me.
As you
Uncle.
walk away, you hear like quiet muttering. He's like, "Fish lady? I don't know. Blue folk."
Blue folk.
This is why we need names.
Yeah.
It was a good week for old Uncle.
I like to imagine, like, it goes like, later that day, and Uncle's just sitting by the post, and he's
fat.
wearing,
Like paunchy.
he's pudgy, he's got a nice hat on, but, like,
No, the hat is part of the pig. he's wearing like the rib cage and a hat. It's just so much.
I
blood.
like to think he went out and spent it all in one place, so he's still got, like,
Just went to a
shabby
haberdashery.
pants, and, but
the
he's got, like,
nicest hat, 4 gold
It's
pieces.
cute.
could
You
buy.
guys are really overselling the amenities here in Baton. But
Yep.
look,
It's a logging camp.
4 gold pieces is a
His
lot
nice hat
for
is
a
canon.
nice hat and a logging.
He got a nice hat.
you do have the hat from the Goblin Boss.
Did
You-
we?
I think, you
Did
know,
we
I-
give that to somebody?
No,
then?
no,
No,
we
we
kept
haven't.
it.
Oh.
I
We-
thought you took it.
We collect hats. I just don't wear them anymore.
Can you give Uncle a nice hat?
I collect them, but it's not my theme.
I suppose.
He's been quite helpful. And look at this.
He
face.
helped like the one time.
Yeah.
And you gave him like 5 months' salary and a half a hog. Like,
I have a soft spot for the downtrodden.
fair
I like
enough.
how Sky's giving you this look like, I don't think that warrants a hat. Do you think you did a good enough job
For a hat?
for a hat?
I don't know.
I mean, 2 gold and a half a hog is one thing, but a hat.
I
Haven't
mean,
we
if
done
you
I mean,
give,
his job wasn't gold star good.
if
That's all
you
I'm
give
saying.
every urchin a hat,
He's not an urchin. He's old.
That's just a weird
man.
universe giving a moose a muffin.
that was not
I'm envisioning
Iona
I'm
talking.
envisioning a sea urchin with a hat on there.
It's got to be a top.
Just
hat.
like points coming through the top of it. Anyway,
I like to imagine that looking from the horizon right now, there's like me, 50 yards, and the 4 of you like finally bringing up the trail end of this. As I'm like, I fucking hate all of them. So much blood will be had.
Are we giving him a hat or no?
Oh yeah, we give him a hat.
Okay, he gets a hat.
anything else you guys are doing in Baton?
No, we're
I
kidnapping
give
Uncle.
him-
No, we're leaving.
You know, every time you ask that question,
We do
we
something
do
else.
more stupid shit in Baton.
Nobody in the
That's
group
fine.
I'd
told
like to
me
play more
about
Rat Tails with Uncle, if I may.
the kids.
Mm.
That I
No.
know. So otherwise,
Nobody
I would
let
be flipping out.
No, nobody let you know.
Yeah,
Nope.
no, that's
Yep.
I'm keeping that to myself.
To the barge.
We go
Sure.
to the boat.
You guys make it back to the barge.
Cool.
Set sail.
All of the stuff is
set
still
that
there, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Pardon me.
No.
As you load up on the barge,
I bring my pony. Damn it!
Yeah.
okay.
Don't forget my pony. I have to declare he's with me.
Come,
Every
Sebastian,
5
we
minutes.
left him in Baton.
I assume like when you move to another island, you bring the pony, but like when you go on an expedition through the woods,
You
of
would not
danger,
bring your pack pony.
Fine.
Okay.
Your pony is everywhere. Watch him die.
This is what I
Say-
want. I mean, I don't want him to
He wants
die.
the tragedy.
You
I-
want to have
you
your
I want the
drama queen.
challenge of keeping him alive.
you want
Oh,
to have
right.
your Atreyu
I-
in the
I-
swamp of
Swamp of
despair.
sorrow.
I will in no
Swamp of
way
despair.
assist you in saving that horse's life.
Oh,
Swamp of
If you do
sorrows.
something dumb with it and it dies,
Look, he's
we're
already
not buying
he's
you
already
a new
he's
one.
already done like a 3-mile swim. So
It's true.
um,
The unsinkable horse.
Should enter him in
Sebastian
for
the Wonder
next
Pony.
triathlon. when
So you
get back
guys
to fucking-
To Commonwealth.
barge your way 2 days back to Commonwealth.
Yep.
Barja.
Okay.
not
Barja.
I know.
bombard
You get to the big seawalls. They open up for you. You get back. Drill cars waiting at the docks.
Oh, nice.
I really hope he hasn't been waiting this whole time.
He's got like a bird with him.
Oh, okay. That's good.
So,
He didn't snatch that bird.
he didn't snatch the bird. What do you guys do when you enter Talon? What's the first stop?
I assume to drop off all the stuff.
I mean,
I
other
kind of want to
That's
push
why the
Grumpy
bar-
here into the water.
dorms?
Well, I
I'm
mean,
gonna
we
go
need
drill
to
card
report?
and
Yeah.
let him know that all is well,
Excellent.
to a degree.
What do you mean to a degree?
And there's some unfinished business in Baton. It's not sitting well with me, but things are fine.
Okay. Baton. I didn't send you to Baton.
No, once we finished delivering goods, whole thing with Knowles, Bother's going to be intolerable for the next couple of weeks.
Why is that?
He killed a bunch of Knowles that they wanted killed.
Oh, is he the folk hero they
Are
keep
we
talking
there with you right now?
Here.
I mean, I'm
this
mumbling it.
conversation?
I'm mumbling it about as loud
Okay.
as I'm doing now.
about? Ugh.
Because I have something indignant to say.
Ugh. Fine.
Can we
What
just
can
kill
you
that
do?
guy in his sleep?
I can try.
Say what?
Can we just kill him in his sleep?
Who?
Bother.
I mean,
No.
maybe.
I mean, I
You
feel
could
like we
try.
should know a little
Okay.
bit more about him before we just start.
he's a racist asshole.
I mean, we do know that.
I know everything.
That's
I
all we need to know.
He's a criminal. He's been to jail.
He
I saw it.
is a horrible
Witnessed it with me on
mutilator and
eyes.
torturer, that is for sure.
So you want to do some stakeouts on Bother?
Let's crucify him. Wait, what? Who said
That doesn't make
That-
any
Drakar,
sense.
if you need anything
No.
else, anything at all, let me know.
I'll keep you in mind. Yeah.
I'm going to go find Captain Ornath.
I wink and nod at Drokar. I just wink and nod after he says that.
Like they
Yes,
do.
let's go talk to the captain.
Yeah. He kind of like goes in for a fist bump, and then you go
No,
in,
I-
and then he like opens his hand, and you go do one of these because he's awkward.
Oh, he's
Oh,
white.
that's wonderful.
He goes for a high five. When you high five, he clasps his fingers.
I want to go talk to Ray. He's probably got.
Sure. So Ornath is on the docks, so we'll do Ornath first.
I wanted to introduce myself to Drokar. I don't think I've met him before.
Okay.
He's
Well,
gone now.
Drokar's standing on the docks,
Oh no.
doing
Being-
one of these
being
weird
awkward with me.
with Lotus.
I find it delightful. I introduce myself the same way. Yeah.
I-
He gets it.
He gets it.
All right.
I watch you, and then I also am like,
Nice. I like it.
oh,
He
just
like-
wanted to.
He like does both.
Oh,
I
I,
like
had a
you.
much different impression of Drokar before now.
I like, I
He's not like
this.
giddy. He's just like, hey, what's happening? He looks as confused as you do, but they seem to be really enjoying it. So
It's been a rough couple of days, and this helped. You're
I
a
need-
good fellow.
great.
Let me buy
What's
you a
your
drink. Nadir.
Nadir.
Nice to meet you.
Sure.
Let me buy you a drink sometime.
Sure. We'll have to find the right bar, but
I am
Ornath.
Iona Moore.
Hmm?
Nice to meet you. Thank you for.
nice to be met.
Yeah. Thank you. If you have any other, well, these two are your emissaries, but
A wink and nod again.
always.
I don't know that emissary is
The-
the right
the-
word.
Big, no.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
No.
I looked through my notes. That's not correct.
Lackeys?
They're your confidants.
Yes. Well,
You know
Drokar-
them, but
Contacts?
Yeah.
Contacts.
Mhm.
Yeah, sure.
They sometimes do things for me, and I pay them.
Yeah. But
Oh, man, can I get in on
I'd
that
be.
racket?
No.
Sure.
No.
No.
Okay.
It was a good mission, and I'd be happy to assist you with any further. Have a good day when I leave.
And you head to Ornath?
Yep.
Me too.
Welcome to the extras in the movie of my life.
Better
Fuck
you
you.
than me.
I didn't leave. I overheard that. You go fuck yourself.
You head to Ornath's
Unruly
office
cat.
on the docks.
I say, Captain,
Lady.
I'm assuming
Is this your car?
Graychin has made it back to.
Indeed he has. He completed the bounty.
He did.
The people of Batten are quite pleased with him.
Yes. What do you know of Graychin?
I know he leads a group of adventurers and that they went and completed a bounty at the behest of Batten, and that Batten is very pleased with him. This is, at the moment, all I really need to know, I suppose, unless you suggest otherwise.
We arrived in Batten a few days after Graychin did.
Sure.
Set out on your task. We also wanted to make sure that to protect the safety of the island, the task was done properly. Graychin didn't eliminate the Gnolls. He tortured them. He slaughtered them.
Do you have any evidence to this?
When we were there, I thought about doing drawings, but I didn't say it out loud. I have the five of us.
First-hand witnesses.
I was
You
there.
have 5 first-hand witnesses, 2 of which have a bit of a reputation with Graychin.
Are you familiar
What?
with a?
You got him arrested.
Yeah, but he doesn't know I got him arrested.
He kind of does.
Wait,
How?
you got this guy arrested?
No,
Oh.
he got bothered.
I got Bother arrested.
Oh,
How does Bother know?
Because you suggested he do something that is out of his character. Like suggestion, unless you do something that's in line with someone's character, they know that something happened that was abnormal.
Ah. Okay.
Like he doesn't know a spell has been cast until he thinks about it afterwards. And it's like, I didn't do that on purpose. What happened? It must have been that lousy immaterial.
Captain, sir, Graychin collected the bounty, and
Indeed he did.
we're not sour about that.
How does he know all the names? He doesn't know that either.
What?
Does he know that I'm...
Yes, because you weren't disguised.
Wait, when are you
He
talking
was a
about?
hag.
Never mind. We'll deal with it later. What?
Yeah, that's confusing.
Grayson collected the bounty, and that's fine. We just want you to know that his methods are inhumane. I wouldn't suggest that you do business with him in the future if you have any sort of moral compass.
Unfortunately, sir, I don't have the luxury of a moral compass. I am beholden to the laws put forth by the council. The council indicates that an open bounty is an open bounty. Anyone capable of fulfilling that bounty can collect.
What's to stop me from putting a bounty on you, then?
It has to be a lawful bounty.
Who decides what's a lawful bounty?
The council.
All right.
Glad that's settled then.
Is this? Are we having a fight? I don't. You're not good at fighting.
No.
What is happening?
I'm not good at fighting.
I don't want to fight anybody.
He's actually surprisingly good at it for how little he wants to do it.
Right. Perhaps. I know that this was the first mission you tasked us with, and we were not successful. Someone else got there first. But I know you have a list, as you mentioned, of who you inform. If you would, I would ask you to please keep us at the top of your list. And we'd like to serve you better in the future.
I do want to point out that you were.
Yes.
You got 2 days lead on the
Yes.
bounty. So I don't know.
I do not speak for this isn't my team. These are a group of people I travel with. I don't speak for the rest of
You were
my
about to
companions.
name us.
You were going to name them.
But we haven't decided yet. I'm trying.
Without a name, you're just a group of people.
I'm trying to respect your boundaries. My friends had another task on a closer island. That's pretty general. My friends had a task on a closer island, and we went there first.
That's fine.
I get it.
I don't really understand what you're trying to achieve here. We were at the top of the list. We effed up. Now we've moved down. We gotta fix it. We'll fix it. We'll fix it. Let's go.
My thing is, keep us at the top of your list, because these other people are monsters. I would like to try. I would love a second chance. That's
Let's
what I'm
go
asking
study.
for.
You realize that the opinion in this town is that at least 3 of you here are monsters.
That isn't the word they use.
Is that what you think, Captain?
I don't. But I'm a public servant.
He serves the public and the public opinion.
I serve the public regardless of whether their intentions or motivations are pure or impure. I'm beholden to the people I protect.
Well, if the
Not
public
to-
has a problem with sending my team out, you're my team now, with sending my team out
I'm so emotionally
to take care of a problem, and
It's
they're
just
worried
Allan
about us
talking
being
again.
monsters, you can let them know that we don't torture children, and I will walk away.
You didn't technically know about that.
Yeah, you super.
You don't know about the kids part.
You left that part out.
That's cool.
Torture prisoners.
We don't torture.
Prisoners.
We don't torture.
Okay.
We just don't.
And then you storm off.
Yep.
All right.
I'm gonna hang back for a second and let everybody leave.
I'm gonna go find some kids with rat tails.
There are many. It's the docks.
It's true. Gavin, understand that you got a job to do. What I saw up there, regardless of what they had done, Father and his group tied up and burned to death children. If you want to send someone up there to look, we took them down, we buried them. I understand that you're going to call who you're going to call when you got work that needs doing, but maybe be a little bit more careful with that psychopath. Have a good day. And off I walk.
Okay.
Rat tails.
No rat tails.
No rat tails.
Where's the next stop?
You know who I miss? I miss Ray.
Yeah.
I also miss.
I miss Ray's cooking.
Yeah.
Oh,
I miss
man.
Ray's delightful
Are you gonna
Cockney
head back to
accent.
the college?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
we should head back to
Well.
the college.
You head back to the college, and we'll find out what happens there next time on the Bards Tale.
Why are you always mad?
How are
It's
you
always
not used to
good.
this? It always sneaks up on me.
You're not paying attention.